Oh yeah, the other one of the other guys is like, oh, normally he's able to hold his liquor a little bit better than this, but he is a little bit of a lightweight tonight apparently. And
I
but they're
want
drinking as much as he is.
right. I want to say or kind of like pull Oscar to the side, and also take the empty bottles away from them, noting which empty bottle the really really drunk guy is. I'm going to note which empty one, so I'm going to take that away and pull Oscar to the side.
Oscar, I just gave him 3 random drinks, but there's obviously one of them I bet you is the one that's using to drug the slaves, and it's this one. And if I can figure out which, if there's like a sign or some kind of a symbol on the bottle, I can figure out which ones they are. So
Yeah, maybe stop giving them that one. Yeah.
we have to make sure that Splishix, the establishment, is a high quality one that doesn't,
We'll talk about that later.
Horrible. Oh.
So Splishix is going to go back behind the bar and actually kind of get into the whole cleaning of it, putting on the show.
All right. Well, unless you guys are gonna poke, they don't really have a ton of information. They're just revelers at this point. They'll drink, and by the time the guy finishes that 4th one, he's head on the table. And his 2 buddies are laughing. They laugh for a little while, and then throw a couple credits on the table for a tip, and then drag him out. I call it an hour. They don't stay there super long. They're like, man, I hope you guys stay here forever. That last guy sucked. As they walk out of the room, walk out of the bar, and head off into the night.
Nice. This is great. All right.
guys, this is perfect. We can do this. I can be behind the bar. Oscar, you can be like the accountant or manager. While you're at work every day, Oscar and I can stay here and without the board get some credits in. I cannot see anything wrong with my brilliant plan.
This is great. So I'm trying to look in the Age of Rebellion book to figure out what motivation goes with the Rebel Alliance on running a bar.
I know that's,
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to look through it. I don't know that if that's your duty or not.
Yeah, duty. Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna be bartenders full time now. Is that the plan? Forget the rebellion. Forget the
Listen to the opposite. I have no intention of being a bartender here at all.
part-time bartender.
All I'm saying is that
Part-time bartender.
the daylight hours, we have a place during the nighttime hours. We have a place to sleep. We got a big place. It's we can reinforce it, and we might get information. You're really good at it. I've seen you work. You can coerce anybody with a few drinks in them to give you any information they want. This is like a great station for you to do that kind of work here. And by the way, did I notice? Can I tell if the bottles? Let me go.
Can I tell if the bottles are marked differently? Any kind of symbol between the one that obviously got him way too drunk and the others?
No, nothing at a glance on the bottles. No.
Okay. All right. That's something that I definitely want to look into. Otherwise, I'm thinking of dumping them all and just getting some regular liquor.
But that's not how you run a business. You don't just throw all our inventory out the door. What's wrong with you?
Actually, that might not be such a bad idea. Just keep it here. As long as it's not hurting anybody, they just get really, really drunk. We're okay with that. It's not like we're real bartenders.
I will say, out of character, that guy was rolling like a champion too. They couldn't see anything, but man, could he make those rolls against the inebriation.
Awesome.
I mean, I had 4 dice on that. He was still making it. I was like, okay, he's still awake.
Wow.
So I'm going to leave this to you guys. This is I'm not going to put any input. It's not on my flow chart at all.
Here's the long and short of it. This is not something that's going to change us from our task. We're not turning into bartenders. This is, however, a nice upgrade from our layer, and it gives us a potentially small source of income while we're kind of, runs around doing.
All right, fine. Listen, pick up the Twilight woman, bring her to one of those rooms, one with no bodies in it, and let's find a garbage dumpster. For the bodies.
No.
You know, we have like 5 bodies downstairs, guys.
Come on. No, I want a shovey shove. We gotta find the shovey shove.
It's time for shovey shove.
Shovey shove.
Here on the Chevy Shop protocol, this is not for the Twillick.
No, for the bodies. We shovey shove
Yes,
the bodies.
obviously we're not gonna. Yes. Who do you think I am?
Come on.
Honestly, sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder.
I'm gonna go back to the Twilight Woman. Is there any way can I burn a destiny point or something on this interaction?
For her, no.
yeah.
I mean, she's beyond the bounds at this point of hysterics. If you look through the pictures, you would notice that she's on there. She looks like a waitress.
Okay.
Oh shit.
She would have been in the pictures as a waitress.
So okay. Wait a minute.
But,
Does that mean that did we miscount the bodies then when you were saying that I recognized them? Or
no,
it
she
was
wouldn't have been in that. She wouldn't have been in that picture that had the owner in it.
Oh, okay.
In one of the other random pictures.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You were trying to find the owner, so that's why you didn't know.
All right.
You eliminated the Twi'lek like without really thinking about it.
I'm gonna look through the other rooms upstairs, the normally accessible rooms. I assume we're just like
They're
the beds.
The beds part.
Yeah.
None of them are used. None of them are extravagant. They're just crash rooms. Really, is more all it is. Just a place for someone who's too drunk to go home or who needs a few hours or minutes with the local street worker. So that's really all they are.
Awesome.
Nothing
Really,
fancy.
you're running a nice establishment.
Well, y'all place now. You can run it however you want to.
Yeah. All right.
Kurt, can I
At least until somebody comes calling about it. I mean,
well, exactly that, and that's almost what I'm hoping for. But beside the point, Kurt, you're downstairs with me? Phil's checking upstairs, right?
Oh yeah. I'm still by like the bar area. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to you and kind of whisper something to you, text you something.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
click. Oh. I think it's interesting that they gave, like in the base kit, the starter kit, they gave me tokens to use for like people. Like, oh, here are bad guy tokens and good guy tokens. But they don't provide like, I mean, there's a map, but it's not like this gigantic map that would fit these little tokens on it. They're neat tokens, though. Speeder bike. All right. Well, gents, that's we're at 11:20.
Yeah, we should
Oh,
probably.
good. So we only have 4 more hours before we have to call it, right?
I don't know. Y'all have done quite a lot tonight. Y'all haven't done any combat, but y'all have apparently taken over the ownership of a bar.
Yeah.
Taken over the ownership of a junk shop. You know. Apparently, you guys are turning yourselves into a slaving ring. Is what I can see from the outside.
Oh man, but you know what? Who knows? I mean, that could be part of this genius. Is that let's not get too far into it now. But I will say, if Oscar, you're coming back downstairs before we end tonight, I want to have a conversation. Where's my voice?
You're still bubbly right now. Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Now you're better. Now it's better.
Is it still better? Or is it
Not now. I don't know if you're moving and if you've got like a loose wire in your connection.
Maybe. I mean, I get overly excited. I start moving around, and then it's crazy. Okay.
So I'll come to. Hey guys, I have a great idea about what we should call this place. I think we should call it Slashik's Bed and Booze because I don't want to have my name associated with any of this. This is your idea, Slashik. I think you should own it.
There you go.
Well, that solves everything. Thanks.
That's
so
the only
much.
conversation I wanted to
And let it be noted that this was my idea.
yeah.
Well, just whenever the bad guys come, you're like, I don't know who. I'm just working.
This Slashik fellow, he hired me as an accountant.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'm just here to deal with inventory.
Listen. By the time it gets to that point, my Vibro Axe will be ready. So it'll be all just freaking fine.
What's going to be funny is when I start making you run the business like a real business. All right, did you guys order that inventory or not? It's going to cost you this much in guild fees, and you're like, we're losing money on this deal. We're going to have to resort to some underhanded stuff. You mean like slavery? Like, the only way we can keep this business afloat. It's actually the guild after all. How did you know? It's all the taxes and dues that drove the people to slavery.
That's amazing. That's so amazing.
That's how it works. Well, that was an interesting direction.
Totally interesting. Yeah. But I, for one, am totally stoked we don't have to be in that tiny little place, and we're shoving all the bodies at the shovey shove, and we're gonna have clean rooms down there.
So who's doing the transport of the bodies? Because there's a couple things that we need to roll on.
All right, so I'm gonna go out there with obviously I think we should have Slashik loaded up because this is his idea, and he's got all the muscle. So
all right, give me actually, when you walk outside, there are no dumpsters. That's the first thing you notice when you go outside. This place has no dumpsters. Strangely, maybe because y'all took them and put them somewhere that wasn't here. So there are no dumpsters. There are some a ways away. You can search around to find them, but you won't find them immediately outside. You'll have to traipse around for them. You can do that if you would like. Not a problem.
Let's go get them.
So just keep in mind that they might be guild regulated. So somebody might, what the hell happened to the garbage stuff? Like people in my neighborhood who have their names on cans.
I kind of think that we need to get them to Blasso's and put them out the airlock, and then return the dumpsters because we don't want people finding bodies. We gotta.
Oh yeah, we're gonna airlock.
No, the dumpsters.
Yeah. Okay, good. Don't leave them in the dumpsters.
Oh geez, this is all just going wrong in so many ways. Hey Blasso, don't mind us. We're just gonna borrow your airlock.
Yeah,
that's right.
Wow, Blasso's garbage.
We'll be back later.
Going like crazy.
Unfortunately, things with Blasso, we left such a good impression, quote unquote, that I think he'll do what we say.
He might just turn the other direction. Just don't forget to pay him.
Right, exactly.
He's good at turning a blind eye. If you're going to load them up, are you guys going to do that tonight?
I feel like it's got to be really late. Yeah, so I feel like this is probably the best time.
It's going to be like right around midnight-ish at this point.
Yeah,
that's why there's guys.
I don't want these bodies hanging around too long.
Yeah, they've been there a while now, so they're going to start to really be pungent before too much longer. Okay, so who's doing the moving? All of you, or just one of you? Like, are the rest of you just going to be kicking back in chairs while Slash moves the bodies around, or?
Well, I think that I should definitely be the one moving them, and then we should have Kurt on, making a new sign for the bar, and,
and then, well, it was just a painted sign.
Yeah, it's true. Just get some spray paint, and then Osklet should do the sign, and then Kurt can kind of get all the details for shipments and inventory, and maybe who are we buying from, and what our taxes are, and what the mortgage is.
That's so funny. Okay, so how much? I know we're not going to bother the inventory and crazy stuff like that tonight. I'm not even going to make you. That's just going to be some silly rolls every so often if you're really going to go through this.
I really don't want to get into the bartending mini game. Honestly, I want to use this as a cover.
I should totally hammer you guys with this, like coming over the next time with details. I need spreadsheets and tax returns and all this other stuff.
Phil will love to pin this terrible idea on me. I'm sure he'd love for me to. He'd be the first to remind us that this is my asinine idea.
Yep. But are you gonna change the signs tonight too, or is that gonna be a long-term project? What's the?
I say we do it tonight and kind of make it under new management kind of a thing, and our
are you gonna leave it open the whole time, or are you gonna close it for a few days?
We should close it, right? Close it for a couple, maybe a day or something, just under new management renovations. Get ourselves situated.
Right. Also, we want to be there when this Twilight woman wakes up.
Right. Exactly.
Snaps out of it. we
Yeah,
can't
that's a good
exactly
point.
be running the business at that time.
So maybe a day or two. We should center it around the Twillick. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Jake, give me a. Actually, who's changing the sign?
I'll do it.
Oscillate?
Oscar. All right. Give me a hard perception roll. This will have happened whenever you go out to mess with the sign.
1 success, 4 threat.
Ooh.
Boy.
Those threats are so
Yeah, it's
rough
real
to mess
tricky
with.
yeah.
Yeah, successes and threats are tough to mess with. The outside of the building is remarkably free of graffiti. At least the front side of it is remarkably free graffiti. You do notice there is one paint splotch that's kind of just above the door, not like right center, but just kind of like the corner of the frame of the door. There's a paint splotch there. It's the only one that sticks out. But other than that, the rest of the place is pretty
What does it
clean.
look like?
It's a white paint splotch. That's all you can tell.
Oh, damn.
Doesn't look handish.
Not to your eye. You put your Bothan claw. That doesn't look right.
Can he relay that over the comm link?
Guys, listen. I found a little bit of graffiti out here. Does anybody know what some white paint
Goody.
might mean?
Um,
What? Nobody? Chime in anytime.
I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
Everybody
Where
rushes
is it?
outside. Where's this paint on my facade? Somebody, this is sacrilege of my shop has been tagged by some
Been violated.
hoodlums, some ruffians. I guess everybody's running out there to look at it.
That's interesting. That does seem out of place. And there's no graffiti anywhere else. I wonder if this whole area was repainted recently, or was there a reason that people weren't putting graffiti on there? Was there fear? That white paint spot that could be a sign to attack this place, or it could be a sign to, say this is the place that we want the members assassinated, or maybe it's just a marker for slavers.
It could be a mark for a safe house too.
I don't know. Could mean anything. Could mean nothing. Who knows?
Well, I better get those bodies moved.
Yeah, we better.
That's so funny. Well, I guess we should get those bodies moved. Somebody put some damn paint on our stuff. If y'all would like to roll on it,
let's do it.
You are free to.
Yeah.
He saw it. He'll point it out, so you guys can make an average roll on it since he pointed it out.
Perception roll?
Yeah, it's an average perception. Since everybody rushed out all of a sudden to gape at it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I fail. I fail. I'm distracted by something else.
Yeah. It just looks like a paint splotch to me. What are you talking about? It's a trick of the light.
I have 2 success.
You put your claw up to it. It doesn't look like your claw. You grab Kurt's hand, who's not paying attention, and put it up there. It kind of looks like a handprint.
Hey, leave me alone.
Your scrawny human claw, it fits perfectly with this.
Maybe he's involved.
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
Maybe hands of Natteron.
Hey, you might be onto something.
I
Be
still
there.
All right, well, let's get back to decorpsifying our new establishment, eh?
Roger that.
That's so funny. Decorpsifying.
So when Slashik is done loading the bodies, I'm gonna go with the garbage dumpster when
Okay.
we're taking it to the airlock, because I'm really enthusiastic about this. That's what I do.
The chubby shove. It has to be done right. There's a proper procedure for every chubby shove. If those processes aren't followed, then mistakes can happen.
Make sure you take your punch card so you get credit for the Chevy shoves.
Yeah, I probably do need to start keeping track of the number of these, because that airlock might become a
Crime scene.
it's like, what's going on with this airlock?
Yeah.
There's like it's debris everywhere. These things are just outside in the atmosphere, because it's not space.
Oh shoot! It's not space. That's right.
This isn't space.
You know,
I've been
it's
wondering
not
about
exactly the
that
best
for a
place to hide a body, is it?
It's remember, this is a plateaued, like, deserty. It's the plateau above a desert. So
no one's hanging out outside.
no one's hanging out right outside. But you never know when somebody's gonna want, they're flying into their hangar. Why are there 20 bodies piled up outside Blasso's place?
Right. I was thinking that just a couple bodies out there wouldn't be a big deal. But you do raise a good point. We can't continually use Blastos for body disposal. It's not a true airlock. We're not really sending them anywhere. This is not a great idea in the long run.
Yeah, and people will recognize these bodies too. You want to send them to Bastille too?
No, I don't think we should, because you said they will recognize them.
Yeah, the people here will recognize them as the people who used to run this bar.
Yeah, I don't know if we should be sending more corpses to Bastille.
Sorry. I was going to say, I don't think we should continually send bodies to Bastille too. It's going to be really weird. At some point, somebody's going to be like, what the hell?
Dang, slaves died again in transit.
Right. I mean, that's actually a great idea. We should hook them up to freaking faulty.
No one will notice that they've been blasted.
Yeah, no one will notice the blaster wounds and the stab wounds.
Yeah,
Everyone's head somehow
that's
got
a good point.
decapitated
Good point.
inside the container. And his rebreather failed.
Do you think we could just get Clayson's aid to get rid of bodies? I bet you he could do that. That seems much more efficient than this. He can make bodies disappear much better than we can. He's part of the security.
It might be worth asking.
I would ask him, or at least have. Hey, do you know an incinerator nearby where we can kind of do a little?
Maybe I should look around for. Maybe I should go out and.
Yeah, find an incinerator.
I mean, it's getting late. I don't know how much longer we want to, deal with body disposal. But I could ask around discreetly for places that might serve as body disposal.
Kurt would know, just in general, the station will have garbage compactors and incinerators for different types of materials. I guess if it can be burned without having any problems, it would go there. If it can, because they don't have a garbage dump anywhere. So I've always assumed that in space, all that stuff just kind of eventually made its way to the sun, whatever the local sun was.
Right.
I don't know if that's true or if that's realistic.
Yeah, they're
anyway.
probably recycling organics here.
Yeah,
Probably the compost.
It's all recycle. Goes to recycle from the Judge Dredd world. But
we could bring all the bodies to the junk shop and put a thermal detonator in there and blow the whole place sky high.
What?
Stacking them like cordwood.
Yeah. That thing will go up.
Yeah, very subtle.
Very subtle. Yeah, that place and your Ugnaughts place and every other place in the area.
I didn't say a proton torpedo.
It's like a tinderbox. Is that whole area? Well, it's your choice. Actually, I shouldn't be saying anything. Don't
All right, let's get these bodies to recycle.
Yeah, that's probably a better way.
Right.
Is there any? Look around for a big plastic bag, something to slightly conceal the fact that we're dumping bodies into the recycler.
Carpet. Is there any
Just
loose
a little
carpet?
Loose carpet.
I will remind you that there is a lot of used bedding in that one room. Like
Guys, I have a great idea. Let's use that old bedding. It's smelly anyway.
But yeah, we got to clear that out anyway. All right, we'll wrap them all up and then we'll get them to the recycler.
Do you think?
Hold on.
You think we can fit them all into that crate?
We'll have to borrow a dumpster, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something to move.
It's a lot of bodies, right?
What, 5?
There's 5 of them, yeah.
I mean, open tops maybe. We could make it look like a laundry pile.
Ooh.
I like Kurt's idea.
We're sneaking somebody out of prison now. It's just
Right, exactly.
I could look like a laundry basket.
Bodies on bottom, sheets on top, and get it to the recycler.
Yeah.
All right,
do it.
Let's
All
do
right,
that.
that sounds like our
Let's
plan.
do that.
Let's
All right,
do that.
hold on. Let me make some rolls here, just to see what happens for you guys. All right, there's 1, and that. Okay, so roll. Give me a streetwise. That's 3 dice.
Sure.
One of you.
Is everybody doing that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
y'all
have
can boost.
Phil.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whoever's leading the pack or finding the incinerator or recycler.
I think
Yeah,
Phil, because Phil,
I'm out there with
you're
this.
good at that.
And you're helping? Is it?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Great. Your dice did nothing.
Yeah, I only have two ability.
Boom. Okay, so 3 success, 1 triumph, 3 threat.
You find one easily. It's not too far away. It is a recycle place.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, it's not like what I'm saying. It's not across the sector. It's but it's also not right outside. You have to go back to that freight elevator you used to get here, up a couple levels or down a couple levels, whatever. And you make it to one of these. There's a droid. You come up to the droid. He just sees the container and is like, put it on the scale. Beep, put it on the scale. When you roll the container over, he's like, "That's too much weight. We can't dump that."
Oh.
So it's too much weight, sir. The machine won't lift it, and you'll have to separate it into smaller amounts.
Do you have smaller containers that we could use?
No. These containers are highly regulated by the local technicians guild. So there are only so many of these containers on the station, and they are licensed to different whatever, blah blah blah. He goes into a long spiel, basically saying they only have so many of them.
Is there anywhere that we could obtain them legally?
No, not without like licensing and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
They only have so many of them.
Okay.
Because they, it's a guild thing, it's a union thing.
So
But y'all-
could the machine physically process this much weight if it had to?
Not at one shot. It might clog the machine. You got to pay for the threat, sir.
Are
the body we did wrap the bodies in sheets, right? They're,
right.
Not like just a bunch of bodies in there.
Yeah.
Can I? How about if we just can the machine process if I just put a bag in it?
Yes, it'll just. You
Okay,
have to
great.
Put them
We've
in
got a few bags here. Now listen. I've had a long day. I'm gonna put my hand on my blaster. I don't need any sass from you. Just gonna put this bag on this scale, and there aren't gonna be any more problems, right?
He said, it's a droid. It's a droid. I don't
You
know
can
if
still scare
have,
droids.
Coercion.
Like if it's a protocol droid or not. Like if it's just like a machine droid.
Yeah, this is it's almost just a machine. But what he'll say is, I had a number in my head and I just lost it. There's 5 bodies in this thing, right? So what's the standard 180 pounds per body? Is that what we're looking at? So 900 pounds worth of weight from these guys. He's going to ask you for 5 credits per 100 pounds to dump this thing. Just a processing fee. So
all right, so 900, and you said
So
every
40
100 is 5.
yeah, so 45
okay.
credits to.
45 credits, that's outrageous.
That's the standard.
I'm going to negotiate.
This is a vending machine. You can't negotiate. I want my Pepsi, but I'm only paying you.
45 credits. All right.
You're lucky he's not like up on the upper floors where you have to have a coded, merchant's license.
All right, I guess we pay 45 credits to get rid of these bodies.
There you go. You had to have made 45 credits tonight.
Yes, we made 45 credits, including the bodies.
Was that just your cut, or?
It's almost all of the credits. There's only 6 credits left after that.